In this video, I'll provide an overview of our peer review and feedback assignment that's due this week. So this past week, you've put together a PowerPoint presentation on your research project with narration. So for this week, when we go ahead and click into the weekly modules and scroll down to our current week, you'll see an assignment that says part number 5, peer review and feedback. It's essentially in the format of a discussion board. So let's go ahead and click into that. Now, you've already turned in your presentation through Canvas using the Part 4 Research Presentation link. But what you're going to do for this week is, again, for your discussion board, you will upload your PowerPoint slides with narration onto the discussion board as soon as possible. I recommend at the very start of this week. You are required to provide a peer post to other students' presentations using 3 to 5 sentences and due at the end of the week. This assignment is worth 15 points, where you're going to be receiving 5 points for each presentation that you give feedback to. So the task is I'm going to put you into groups of 3 or 4 students, and you will watch one another's presentations. This is for time management. I am breaking you up into smaller groups where you will review and provide feedback to one another. With your feedback, I have some guidelines on what you will be answering for your peer post. But note that what we're going to be doing with this feedback, including my own that I will give in the discussion board as well, you're going to use this for the assignment due next week, which is the self-reflection. So it's important that everybody gives feedback to one another, otherwise we won't be able to write our self-reflections. Now, even if some folks end up not doing the feedback, because we have several people reviewing your presentation, including myself, you should have enough content as well as your own personal reflection on your process to write the reflection. So in your peer post, remember it is 3 to 5 sentences for each presentation that you watch. The first question that you'll need to answer is, what questions or curiosities do you have about the presentation you just viewed? So this is very broad. It just allows for some thought-provoking discussion between you and your peer. The second question is to give at least one piece of positive feedback and explain why. And it can be on anything. It can be on the aesthetics or how the presentation looks, the layout, the delivery, the content, anything at all. And then the third item in your post is to give at least one suggestion for improvement and explain why. Again, you're welcome to provide more than one. Now, I've noticed in the past discussion boards, we tend to err on the positive side of feedback and not as much on the constructive feedback. Now, for this assignment, you must explicitly provide an opportunity for improvement. There's always room for improvement. Even in my own presentations, I'm sure you can find at least 3 things that I can improve on as well. So be caring and provide something to help your peers with future presentations, as well as what they'll end up putting into their self-reflection. So once you have access to your discussion board, you'll see this view as well. And to upload your PowerPoint slide, you'll just go to the reply option here. And when you click open the reply, the box will appear and you should be able to attach your presentation. So I'm going to go ahead and attach my Montreal presentation. And then I'll write a friendly note. Here is my presentation on Montreal. I look forward to receiving your feedback. And then I will go ahead and post a reply. And so once everyone has posted, you'll each have your own individual thread. And then, so for instance, someone else can now go in after they posted theirs and open up my presentation, listen to it, and then go ahead and hit reply right into their link. Nice presentation, and then answer each item in the peer post requirement. And that's how you'll be giving each other feedback. Just make sure to check in throughout the week to see who's posted, as well as provide feedback to each other before Sunday evening. And then that way, next week, when we do our self-reflection, which I will do a separate video for, you have lots of great feedback to write about. If you have any questions, just let me know.